It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Can some of you remember a few months ago I did a live broadcast with Adam from Calvors Brewery, and we decided, because we were in this whole situation, this whole 2020 situation, we would brew a collaboration beer together over the airwaves without me even visiting the brewery. Well, the beer has arrived. We asked you, very public, who were tuned in to the live feed that night, what would you like Calvors to brew? They're a lager brewery, and they specify in kind of German, Czech, maybe to a certain extent kind of Belgium lagers, German lagers, Czech lagers. So we all decided on, I asked the question, what do you want to brew? And we all come together to say a Baltic Porter. And I had so many comments saying Baltic Porter, Baltic Porter. So Calvors took it. They took the idea. They brewed the beer. Here it is, our latest collaboration. A Baltic Porter, deep, complex and smooth, coming in at 7.2% ABV in a 330 milliliter can. So without further ado, I'm super excited about this beer. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Ooh, have a listen. The head wants to dissipate quite quickly on this beer. Did you hear that? But being at 7.2% ABV, there's a chance that's going to happen. Good levels of carbonation, dark enough for a Baltic Porter, most definitely. Lovely, dark, look at that, dark, really deep mahogany looking beer. Really deep mahogany looking beer. Let's get the aroma. Oh, yes. There's quite a bit of roasted malt in here. Imagine they used lager yeast. Ah, here we are, English lager. Oh, they're talking about brewing their English lagers. So I imagine they've done their research on this and they've decided to go with lager yeast on the beer. Look at berry fruit flavour coming through. It smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. Roasty, toasty, carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. It's really good. It reminds me of a German Bock, a German Dunkler Bock, a dark Bock style beer. But the carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. It's really deep, rich. They've definitely used lager yeast. They've definitely used lager yeast in here. You can taste the kind of, well, first and foremost, the mouthfeel. It's carbonation, good mouthfeel for a lager, slightly kind of more sticky and biscuity, I would say, in terms of flavour and mouthfeel. It has got quite a bit of roasted malt in it, but yeah, it's sticking to that kind of lager theme. It's quite carbonated. It's quite carbonated. It's really lovely. And you get that kind of estery, kind of lager flavour with the beer. Now, I'd like you to comment, the people who are watching this beer review, who tuned in to Adam and myself having a chat with at Calvors, or not at, but here in this very kitchen, talking to Calvors Brewery, and you all said Baltic Porter. I want you to comment. And all I want you to comment to say is Baltic Porter. Just say Baltic Porter. The people who tuned in and you've gone, yes, they brewed that very beer. They went with our suggestion. It's a lovely beer. Look at the beer as I rock it back and forth. Carbonation kind of chasing that head up the glass. It's rich and roasty and toasty and lovely. Anything left in the can? No. But I do have another can. And I don't think that can will be it won't be hanging around too much longer, that can. I'm gonna definitely drink it. Or I might store it away. I have used to have a shelf there with all my collaboration beers in, but now it's become a living room, dining room, so that wall is gone. So what it might turn out to be is it'll all end up in a nice big box. All my first beers that I've ever brewed with breweries, collaboration beers, I always put batch one either on a shelf or now in a big, you know, the big boxes that kind of slide under the bed. I got one of those big boxes and I've got all my collaboration beers, and I must look after them a little bit more. It's because of all the building work that's going on, but I'd like to leave them in the brewery one day. I'd like to leave them like in a little kind of locked up cage in a brewery. That would be nice, because I think there's just so many. I must have 20, 30 beers now that I've collaborated with different breweries around the world, and it'd be nice for, you know, when breweries do a brewery tour, to have it in a little cage so people can see it, see the beers. I'm getting a little bit of coconut. I'm not sure if it's my imagination, but I'm sure I'm picking up a little bit of toasted coconut in this beer. It's spicy, peppery. And what I'm trying to do here is think back to the last time I had a Baltic Porter, and that was, I gotta be honest, it was a little bit of a while ago. But yeah, it's in between kind of German Bock, dunkler Bock. So a dunkel is dark, Bock means strong. So a dark, strong beer from Germany, and that kind of Baltic Porter style from kind of your Poland, Russia, that sort of kind of place. The reason why they brewed this beer in the first place, this Baltic Porter style, was that they brewed beer to go up around the Baltics, the Baltic Sea. And in the winter time, the beer froze, and it was no good. It was no good at all. It went off. So they decided to brew it stronger, more alcohol content, so they could get it up around the Baltic Sea. The beer wouldn't freeze. And they'd get it to their destination, which was generally kind of North Poland, Russia, kind of that sort of area. So that's the story of the Baltic Porter. It's a fabulous beer though. It's a fabulous beer. I'm proud about it. Hopefully you guys are proud about it, because it was your suggestion as well. It wasn't just mine. It is very good. It is very good for the style. It really is. Look, I mean, look at the quality on it as you rock it back and forth. Look at that. Spicy, raisiny, plum, fig, prune, coconut. A little bit of roasted malt. Estery, kind of lager-like flavours coming off it. Good. Really good beer. Let's rate it. Calvors Brewery Baltic Porter, deep, complex and smooth, 7.2% ABV. I like this beer enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!